in this question number 1, you have to find out which of the following numbers are not perfect cubes. Now, an important property of a perfect cube is that the prime factors of a perfect cube number can be arranged in groups of 3. So you have to factorize the number and check, can you arrange the prime factors in groups of 3 or not? If you can arrange, then it will be a perfect cube, and if you cannot arrange, then it will not be a perfect cube. So here the first number is 216. Now if you do prime factorization of 216, you will see first you can factorize with 2 and you will get 108, and again with 2, 54, again with 2, and then with 3 you can do 3 times. So you have 3 2's and 3 3's in the prime factorization. So you can see here the prime factors can be combined in groups of 3. You have 3 2's and 3 3's. So therefore 216 is a perfect cube because its prime factors can be arranged in groups of 3. Now the next number is 128. You have to check if 128 is a perfect cube or not. So 128, when you factorize, you will observe that it will have 7 2's in its prime factorization. And when you try to arrange in groups of 3, you will observe that one of the 2's is left out of this arrangement. So 2 groups of 2 you can make and 1 2 is left out. So therefore all the prime factors cannot be arranged in groups of 3. So 128 is not a perfect cube. So for this number 46,656, you have to check if it is a perfect cube or not. So again the same way, you will first do the prime factorization of this number and you will group the factors in groups of 3. And you will see all factors can be arranged in groups of 3 or not. So here clearly you can see that you can arrange all the prime factors in groups of 3. You have 2 groups of 2 and 2 groups of 3 that can be formed. So this is a perfect cube. Now in the second question, you have to find the smallest number by which each of the following numbers must be multiplied to obtain a perfect cube. So here you will be given a number and you have to first see, is it a perfect cube or not? If it is not a perfect cube, then how can you combine the factors in groups of 3? So you have to multiply with some number so that you can form factors in groups of 3. So first number that is given to us is 243. So you will factorize 243. After factorizing, you will observe that there are 5 3 as factors. 5 3 are coming as factors. So obviously it cannot be arranged in groups of 3. When can you arrange in groups of 3? If you have in multiples of 3, then only. So one of the groups can be made, that is 3 3's can be combined together in one group, and then in the next one we have only 2 3's. If we had one more 3, then we could have formed another group of 3. So therefore if we multiply with one more 3, then we can make it into group of 3. So here 3 is the smallest number that needs to be multiplied with 243 in order to make it a perfect cube. So in the next question you have to check if 256 is a perfect cube or not, and if not, then what can be multiplied with it to make it a perfect cube. So again the first step is to prime factorize 256. And after prime factorizing it, you will combine the factors in groups of 3. If you notice, you can make one group of 2, another group of 2, and then you have 2 2's. That means here one more 2 was required to make it into group of 3. So therefore 2 is the smallest number which you need to multiply with 256 in order to make it a perfect cube. The next number is 675. Again, you will do the prime factorization of 675 and you will get 3 3's are there and 2 5's are there. So again here it cannot be combined in groups of 3. If you have one more 5 here as a prime factor, then it could have been a perfect cube. So 5 is that smallest number which has to be multiplied with 675 to make it a perfect cube. Now in question number 3, you have to find the smallest number by which each of the following numbers must be divided to obtain a perfect cube. So instead of multiplying, now you have to see what can be divided to make it a perfect cube. So the method remains the same. You will be factorizing the number into its prime factors, and you will again combine it into groups of 3, and you will see whichever is left out, that number you will divide. So if 1 3 is remaining, that 1 3 will be divided. If 2 2s are remaining, then 2 into 2, that is 4, will be divided. So you will check after combining in groups of 3 what is remaining, and that is the number which has to be divided. So here first number was 81. So 81, when you prime factorize it, you will get 4 3s as the prime factor. So here you can make one group of 3s and 1 3 is left out. So you have to divide with this 3 to make it a perfect cube. So the next number is 135. You have to see what can be divided from 135 to make it a perfect cube. So again, prime factorization of 135 gives us 3 into 3 into 3 into 5. So again, here one group of 3 can be made and 5 is left out. So 5 is that number which has to be divided from 135 to make it a perfect cube. So when you divide 135 by 5, you get 27, which you know is a perfect cube. So 192 in the next problem also, when you do the prime factorization, you will observe that 2 2s can be grouped and then 1 3 is remaining here, is left out. So 3 has to be divided from 192 to make it a perfect cube. Same way in 704, when you factorize, you will get 6 2s and 1 11. So 2 groups of 2 can be made and 1 11 is left out. So you have to divide 704 by 11 to make it a perfect cube. So when you divide by 11, you get 64, which is a perfect cube. Now Parikshit makes a cuboid of plasticine of size 5 cm, 2 cm and 5 cm. So these are the dimensions of a cuboid that he makes with the plasticine. How many such cuboids will be needed to form a cube? That is the question. The dimensions of the cuboid are given as 5 into 2 into 5. So when you multiply, you will get 50 centimeter cube as the volume of the cuboid. Now 50 is not a perfect cube number. That is why it is not a cube and it's a cuboid. How can you make 50 a perfect cube? That is the question. What can you multiply 50 with to make it a perfect cube? So when you factorize, you are getting 2 into 5 into 5. You need to make it into groups of 3. So for making into groups of 3, you need additional 2 2s and 1 5. If you have 2 more 2s, then 2 can be made into a group of 3. And if you have 1 more 5, then 5 also will form a group of 3. So which means you need 2 into 2 into 5. That is 20. This 20 has to be multiplied with this. So which means 20 cuboids will be needed.